Hey up, I'm Guy Kestevan, the Tester Man, and for today's Polaris Trail of the Month, we're up at Carlton Bank, right on the front edge of the North York Moors, overlooking the beautiful industrial landscape of Middlesbrough and Stokesley, Billingham, Redcar, all its friends to the left, but then the incredible scenery of the North York Moors to the right. And you'll be pleased to know that's where we're spending the rest of the day. So it's 26k, the full loop, but you can split that in half, and as usual, all the details of how to get here, what facilities there are en route. Spoiler alert, there's bugger all. And you know, any navigation notes or sort of deep peril notes you might need to know about will be on the Polaris Bikewear website with the GPX file, if I haven't already said that, and a Strava fly-through. Right, it's going to go into the dark woods now. So we'll chat some more when we get out into the open. So, as well as being home to Lordstone's pub, which serves particularly delicious gourmet locally sourced beef burgers, amongst other things, and having a stone circle, hence the name. Oh, hello. Oh, hey, slippery today. Lordstone's is also home to the Ardmores Enduro, which is what I showed you just then. So there are some stunning purpose-built enduro tracks around here, but they're only open for the events, so we're staying off them and only riding what's legal today. And to be honest, as you'll see, that's still a lot of fun riding in very much the old natural, and after the recent rain, slip and slide style. So yeah, this is definitely a mountain bike route. I mean, you could maybe make it around on a gravel bike, but I don't think you'd have a ton of fun, but you would have quite a lot of terror. Yes, roll on.
Thank you, sir.
And there's Rosebery topping. Like I say, that's Middlesbrough, Billingham, all those beautiful places. But that's where we're heading, over there. Now this opening section is absolutely beautiful, blisteringly quick when it's bone dry in summer. As you can see, it's likely to get a bit puddly and slippery in winter. So choose your tyres and your trousers accordingly. And also watch out for the little sniper rocks. Plenty of them to spice up every little hidden lip and turn, especially at the start of it. But while it's clearly been wet overnight, we've kind of so far lucked out with the forecast for today. But as you'll see later, it is quite an exposed route in places. So take an extra layer, watch the weather forecast, and don't get caught out here cold and miserable. And obviously, there's a bit of farmland here, so do all the usual countryside gate goodness. And make sure, you know, mountain bikers continue having a good name in God's own county. Oh, there's a lovely climb coming up now. To start the stretch of your legs for the day. And full route's kind of, I guess, 4 big climbs, 4 big descents. One of which is so good, we do it twice. This climb's always been a challenge, but at least the section at the top now, good on you if you get up that. The views in the descent we're going to get next, absolutely worth it, boys. I know the climb is worth it, it's something of a cliche on these rides, but I'm a man in my word. And look at these views, including the next segment of the ride, right over there, on the lip of that escarpment. And of course the other cliche of my rides is, of course, I'm going to tell you that's a prehistoric round barrow, and so is that, and over there, because the whole area is full of prehistoric remains. They love the ridgeline, big old flecks getting buried up here back in the Bronze Age, and a nice view too. Right, so this is the proper fun descent. It's a long one and it's rocky at the top, so mind your tyres. It's always a bit random, but after rainfall, even more so. And as you can see, there's a few hops, drops, kickers and pops. Way! And you never know what's hiding the other side of those little drops, so. But huge amounts of fun. Oh, and then there's that turn that you have to get right to get onto the single track, which again looks like it's seen some weather recently, but I mean, this is undoubtedly one of the best descents on the moors. And pay attention first time round, because this is the one we're doing again, simply because it's this good. Nice little step out there on the back end, but oh. This is about as classic North York Moor single track as you can get, especially as it's totally legal. All on bridle path this. Hey, come on, dig those tyres and up. Yay! It's actually dried out pretty nicely down here. Can be a right river. It's probably going to be down the bottom because it goes into like a sunken lane section beyond the gate, and that can be a right rinse. But for now, actually running really well. They're old headwind, so don't think we're going to get a con today. Plus, you know, it's a chill day with your mates, not a race run. And this top section is actually used on the hard rock enduro, so there's been some proper fast lads down here, so you know, don't get your pants in a bunch if you're nowhere near the top times, but just enjoy it, folks, because it's absolutely class from top to finish. Oh yeah, make sure you take the left-hander down here, or else it kind of curves you around the hill to the wrong spot. Oh well, maybe I know it better than they do. Well, I do know it better than they do. Do you like that, Philip?
Yeah, that's class.
How'd you like that deal?
That's bloody brilliant.
Good, innit?
Oh,
We're doing that one twice too.
oh wait.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're doing a climb twice, I've done it.
No. Similar climb, but to be fair, we're pushing up that one properly
You're
from
right,
the start.
You can't bullshit. Years in sales, my friend.
And this is that drove road I was on about at the bottom. I mean, again, it's got rocks on. But it's also a bit of a river runoff, even without much rain involved. As you can see.
My hips don't move that fast in you.
Nice one, Shakira.
Hey!
Oh.
Nice.
Right. Right, this is clatted up rapid. I bet this was absolutely bone dry a couple of weeks ago. Well, yeah, it still goes even in the wet. It's just you'll get fairly filthy derriere. You know, that's what winter riding's about, isn't it? Lovely light though. For a bit of slip and slide. Oh, and it comes straight out into a farmyard. So steady your speed a bit down towards the bottom. You don't want a chicken in his boat. And this is the little hamlet. Oh, well, if you look at it spelt, it's Chop Gate. But if you're local, it's Chop Yat. And it's got a pub as well. So, if you're feeling peckish already, or need a pint to steady your nerves after that descent, then yeah, you can call in for some refreshment here. Just be careful on weekends. I mean, this is obviously a speed limit road through the village, but it is a bit of a racetrack for motorbikes. The Stokesley run is pretty infamous with throttle twisters, so just keep an ear out for thrashing motorbikes coming up behind you. And probably don't ride down the middle of the road with one hand off the bars chatting to a camera. And then, as you come out of the village, you want the sign for St Hilda's Church. And there's actually two ways out the valley. You can go right over the ford there, but that's a lot of forestry that'll be filthy, judging by trail conditions. Now, it's fine in summer, and it's actually more off-road, but as it's clearly wet out here, we'll take the left fork. It keeps you on tarmac for a bit longer. So yeah, it's a bit lumpy, and there's some grassy sections, but you're basically on relatively good going all the way up to this gate. As you can see, everybody's loving it. Whee! To be fair, it's better than I remember a lot further up too. Haven't done this one in a while. I'll eat my words in a minute though, I'm sure. I always do that. Why do I hesitate to take a bit? Just want to take my hand off the bars to chat. Anyway, just for the record, it's worth persevering with that climb. It took me 4 attempts to do the top, but it was very wet. So I reckon in summer,
come on, go, 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 go,
there's a
go,
one and an offer there.
go, fire, 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 go, go, go. Oh, well done.
And now we've just got an extended section, a single track cruise. All the way up there, you can see the Rosebery topping in the distance. We're not going that far, but good few K now. Old school moorland single track. Yes, Graham. With proper growling as well. Great! Graham the Tiger. Move over, Tony. Frosty's cereals have got a new hero. Again, more classic. Oh, hello. A little bit of trialsy stuff. That wasn't trialsy, was it? That was just a plinky flonky descent, but there's a few of those along here, but keeps things lively. And a lot of this way, well certainly that bit in front, you can see on the ridge line there, that's old, well, non-historic earthwork. I don't know if it's prehistoric or dark ages, you never really know with earthworks. But yeah, big old dike, obviously marking somebody's territory. And the edge of the escarpment, looking over Billsdale there. Do you care about the history stuff? I mean, it's rested at the moment, but I do an entire channel of time travel gravel rides for the Adventure Before Adventure crew, which is kind of my retirement plan. But let me know in the comments if you're bothered about what was happening in these landscapes in years gone past. Oh, well, whatever else, I can talk about whatever you want on these, but I just kind of feel we should be filling the gap with something. Or maybe I'll do some puddle splash ASMR with a bit of grouse and sheep. Oh, this is great. Again, just keep your trail senses and your berms and your downhill BMX track. Don't want a bobsleigh run. I want an old bit of natural single track. I have to think, apply a few pedal strokes, pick a line, and just play with the terrain basically. And there's a whole lot of that on this ride. Oh, bit of grousing. Okay, setting us up here. Yes, I think we drop around. I think this got rerouted. I remember this now. Through that bog. Whoa! Onto this stone section, and then you drop down and round through the gully coming up. Yeah, they flagged it, that's why. Because the other bit was really boggy. Go figure how bad that is. Oh, wheel spin. Bit of GoPro lag, but second time lucky anyway. More moorland. Is it a stream? Is it single track? Randomness? It's rolling pretty well, so all good. And now we've got steady pull up to the nose of Billsdale. And if you answered yes to me talking about history a bit more, then that's literally the ditch and bank next to us there. And if not, I'll try not to ever mention it again. But yeah, look, we're nearly at the top now. Cheers, sheep. And back over to that view. And that ridge line over there is where the first descent we did comes off. And we'll be heading back over there next, if you're doing the full route. But either way, we've got kind of a fun, natural, steppy session coming up next. Right, mind your tyres down here, folks, because this is Waterbath Central. This is on Cleveland Way, so obviously gets a lot of traffic on foot. But it is a bridle way. There used to be a comedy sign somewhere around here that advised cyclists and horse riders to dismount for this bit, which, you know, is fair advice. But yeah, well, health and safety have obviously decided it's game enough. Maybe it's full suspension bikes, maybe like, no, it's your own silly fault. But obviously, you know, like I say, this is a popular walking route, so don't go hooning down here if it's obviously busy. So it's not a huge surface to grip when it's damp like it is now, and you're going to be, like I said, all on dodging those water bars down there. And then we've still got a bit left after the gate, but you know, take your time to look at those beautiful autumn colours as well, and admire how smoothly Phil's just hopping those water bars. Oh, here we go. Here's an authentic, realistic rambler coming up, so we can be polite to. Alright, go, mate. We saw him at the top of first descent. Cheers, Grim. Ah, look, maximum traction surface. No, yes. This is exactly what. You're right. Oh, ho, 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 ho. All right, that is officially very bloody slippery. Has Neil had an ouchie there?
I think a minor ouchie.
Neil, did you have an unplanned?
Maybe a little lie down.
A little lie down. You all right, love?
Yeah, just need a rest.
Sounds good. And now we've got a little roll down here. Actually, we can go up here, can't we? Yeah. Oh, no, maybe not.
That's a no from me.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Maybe this isn't the way. Anyway. I think there is a fire road way up, but why would you do a sensible way? So, oh, anyway, I know this is just a shortcut to the fire road. That's not so bad. There we go. Yes, this is the way. There you go. Standard case navigation that you've come to know and love on these rides. Oh, I should have mentioned there's a little bit of a squeeze away from the road on Clay Bank, but it's fun for all the family. Into Neil.
Got a smile, that's what
Again. Oh, look at the view! We've got a little fun section along here, which is actually a landslip of the old trail. I remember that being closed way back when it all just slid off down the hill. And then we got a nice long contouring path. Again, a bit moist today, but lovely autumn colours, and just the kind of log that'll have you eating dirt if you're not careful. Yeah. Chance to have a snack, get some fuel in. Ready for the final furlong if you're doing the shorter route, or the clamber up if you're doing the full mashings. And this is where the two routes split in half. So if you want to head back from here, it's a really short roll along, a little bit of a climb, and then you're back rolling along the front. But if you want the full mashings, you turn left. Right, there's a little bit of hike a bike for all but the superhuman, and then we're on this little trench, a climbing single track back up to that first ridge for another run down Chop Yak descent. And to be honest, if you know you're only going to do the first half of the loop, or the figure eight, then I'd actually overshoot and do that as the climb up, because you get a little mini techie descent beforehand, and it's actually a more civilised way of getting up onto this ridge again than that first climb up from the farm. Plus you get a bit more of the ridge single track. Look at that. Primo North York Moors. Right, Chop Yacht Volume 2. Hasn't got any less rocky. Oh, I do love this descent. Yeah, there's all sorts of fun treats. That's the rock. I thought you'd remember it all this time round. Should have told you there was a test on the second run. Yeah, I think the wind's dried it out, hasn't it? Oh. Oh, this is just class. Oh, walk her up. Oh. Thank you very much. Cheers, thank you. Cheers. Classic drainage type hop there. What's the hole there? Oh, Neil found the hole. Right hand line. Whee! Just enough pops and drops on this to keep you honest. But I mean, it's not without its puncture risk, but certainly at the top. But oh, do you know, I'm going to shut up before I curse myself. Whee! Oh, so good. We had to do it twice. I reckon you'll agree with that. Oh, different line this time. Took it in tight. So good. Whee! We're into the greasy guinness. Colours are gorgeous. Did I say that before? There's that other lad in the way last time. He didn't want to come with us for the full mashing. He just did this bit. So again, you know, this is a standalone route in itself as well. So look at that. Look at the value we're giving you. 2 for the price of 1. And now we roll up this way. On the road for a bit, so time for a snack. Regroup, refuel. Oh, absolutely, yeah. I've got my aero bars. I'm all set. And just drop down bridle away through the old mill. Just keep a sharp eye out for the hook around here, because it's quite easy to just follow this track, but actually you want to be up here. Oh, looks like it's been graded of sorts. Not sure that's going to be a good thing. Anyway, we'll see.
Still the same little bouldery, rooty droveway trough it's been for all the decades I've been riding it. Oh, the gate's open too. There we go. This is a bit where it gets a bit more techy. That'll do.
Right, so that's the last little techie climb. Up onto the top's done, or not, in this case, because my legs are toast. Now we've got a little bit of a pull up onto the moors, and a bit of lunar landscape, some single track to finish. It's a good in is this, it's not long, but you'll know you've done it.
Track and then just left onto this little double track. That becomes single track when you get to the, basically just follow the telegraph poles over the brow. And then there's single track here. Oh, that's good news. Wind on our shoulder for this. Looking forward to headwind. It's pretty open, this next section. So, you definitely know if there's weather about. But this is the final section of the ride now. So, bring it home with whatever you've got.
Ignore that, obviously it's not a footpath, honest.
Right. Just to clarify about that footpath section. There is a bridleway that comes up, you actually see it along those crags to the left there, but it's pretty much unrideable. So we've always just come up this way. Plus there's a kind of pointless descent before it, so it's just a lot of labour intensive misery as opposed to nice little techie bit of footpath that doesn't get a lot of traffic, so erosion isn't really an issue, and it joins up the two dots about 300 metres apart anyway, so I'm calling it. Sun's on our backs, wind on our shoulder, and a lovely bit of snaky silver sand single track. Oh, it's not a bad finish to a ride at all. Just keep your eye out for the last bit of single track here. And there's glorious Middlesbrough. It's only short this, but from what I remember, it's just a nice little bit of fun to end with. Really? Oh, yes. And because it's sandy, it actually sucks up the water pretty well. And then it's just down the fire road, back to Lordstones. Last bit of zoomies, back to the finish. Well, back to the start. I think I need a trip to Lordstones Calf. Oh, it's been a day out, that. Quality riding, proper old school stuff. Cheers, boys! Right, back at Lordstones. Had a cracking club sandwich. So I hope you've really enjoyed coming out with us on this ride. Obviously, if you ride it yourself, if you could drop any comments in, also the condition of the trails, because obviously we're riding it now, but if you're riding it later in the year, it's always good to have that discussion going on in the comments. So if you are going to ride it, check the comments in case there's more up-to-date comments. Obviously, always open for suggestions on where to ride next. And if you've got any other questions about stuff, just let us know. But as I said at the start, GPX, Strava fly-through, and a full written description, and sort of the how to get to details and all that kind of thing. Facilities like Lordstones Calf. To be fair, that is about the only facilities on the route, apart from the pub in Chobgate. But anyway, that's all on the Polaris Bikewear website, where you'll also find a bunch of blogs, features, interviews, and all sorts of other stuff to hopefully keep you entertained and amused on a regular basis. So yeah, check into Polaris Bikewear regularly, and fingers crossed we'll actually have some full production clothing to start selling to as well. So obviously we'll be chatting all about that. But thanks for your time today. Hope you've enjoyed riding along with us.